Before this video begins, this is the third part of a 3-part video. You don't need to watch 1 or 2 to understand this one, but I recommend that you do. Microsoft wasn't new to video games. They released tons of games to be used on PC with their Windows operating system. They were doing great with Windows and didn't need to get into consoles. The most they did was letting Sega use a version of Windows CE, with the Dreamcast. But that all changed with the upcoming release of the PlayStation 2. It always comes back to the PlayStation 2, but it was a gigantic deal. Microsoft was shaking at the thought of the PlayStation 2 taking gamers away from the PC to the PlayStation. Microsoft would lose all their game sales to Sony. Bill Gates could not let this happen, so he assembled 4 members of the DirectX team to make a home video game system. It would run off Windows 2000 and DirectX 8.1 to make the fastest and best looking console of the generation. Even better, the console had built-in hard drives so you could throw those memory cards in the trash. At some point during development, the team came up with Direct Xbox and some other less serious names like XX Xbox and Direct XX Xbox because of the more adult games on the platforms. And well, they weren't wrong. But they took the serious name, Direct Xbox, and quickly shortened it to Xbox. And it was shown off publicly at the Consumer Electronics Show in 2001 with Freaky Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and had a release date and price shown off at E3 2001 and released in November 15, 2001 in North America and early 2002 everywhere else. Now that was a long build-up for a console, the longest I've talked about in the series so far, considering it was also Microsoft's first go-around in the console business, so they better have some killer games at launch with it. And I'm happy to report they did. Amazing launch titles like Dead or Alive 3, Project Gotham Racing, Fusion Frenzy, Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 2 X, and the big one, the only, Halo Combat Evolved. This was the Mario of exclusives. It had an amazing single-player campaign and stupid fun multiplayer. I recently had a friend over, and what we did for most of the time was play Halo multiplayer on the original Xbox. And not to mention, it has the 15th best rated game on Metacritic. I cannot do this game justice, please go play it. It recently just got released on Steam, which for shooters, keyboard and mouse is the best way to play, so I recommend you pick it up on Steam if you have a computer strong enough to run it. But the console didn't just have games at launch. Other games came out for the Xbox, and luckily they kept up the same momentum. If we're talking just exclusives, Crimson Skies, Blink, Mech Assault, and even a return of Rare's Conquer with a remake of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and a new game, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, and Halo 2, the Squeakquel. It was so popular, it became the highest selling Xbox game, and still played in tournaments to this day. But besides it being a squeakquel to one of the best games of all time, it also had a revolutionary feature, online play. But I'll talk about that a little bit later. Just hold on. I also forgot to mention Fable here. I don't know why I completely forgot about this series, but it's really freaking good. So yeah, bye. I haven't talked about it much until now, but the gen also had some amazing non-exclusives. 007, Agent Under Fire, Crash, The Wrath of Cortex, the Hitman games, the Lego Star Wars games, Pac-Man World 2, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, choking on your own spit, the Half-Life games, and a lot of Tom Clancy games, and even the start of the Call of Duty games. Ton of collections like the Mega Man Anniversary Collection, Midway Arcade Treasures, Sonic Mega Collection, Atari Anthology, and of course Namco Museum, which is like on every console. And even some amazing licensed games like Need for Speed Underground 2, Simpsons Road Rage and Hit and Run, Spider-Man 2, and all of the SpongeBob games. All these games are amazing and should be played if you haven't already. Before the Xbox and the PlayStation 2, multiplayer was local. You had to grab 3 of your friends for a heated game of Mario Kart, and when they go home, sucks for you, kid. You're playing by yourself with the computers again. But with this generation, games started going online, and Halo 2 is one of the biggest online games. So much that it was used in an Xbox Live ad. Edit, I must have been high on something, because it was not, at all. Not in any of the ads. I don't want to spend too long on this, so I recommend this video by Nicky Jakey. He does way better than I ever could. Now I need to talk about the controller. Every console video I've done has talked about the controller. The original Xbox originally came out with this mess. I would talk about how bad this controller is if I had one. Yeah, I would buy one for this video, but I want it to come out as soon as possible. And I could buy this USB Hyperkins one, but no, not at that price. So I get to talk about the S controller. This was the original launch controller for the Japanese market and came over here in 2002 due to massive criticism in the US about this Duke. Now, this is a beautiful controller. The look, the feel, it's like the 360 controller, but even better in my opinion. The triggers, oh my god, they're so good. The only problems I have is the black and white buttons being a bit hard to press, but that's probably most likely a me problem because of age. This is everything the PlayStation 2 controller should have been. I love this box with an X on top of it. It's my second favorite console behind the Wii. Amazing games, amazing controller, amazing design. I love it. What I don't love is the weight. Jesus Christ, this thing is a brick. So I think I take back everything I said. Screw you, Microsoft. Your console is overpriced and overweight. Hey guys, Emolga here. Just wanted to do this little end card. Just a little bit. Just saying thank you for an amazing 2019, YouTube-wise. 2019 was not one of my best years in my personal life. Especially towards the end, when like just 8th grade stuff happened. Geometry sucks. I'm not getting into this now. I'll probably get into it in a live stream here soon. But still, just thanks for an amazing 2019. And I really want to keep going strong during 2020. So yeah, have an amazing holidays. Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy New Year. And if you don't celebrate New Year's, what is wrong with you? And just have a good rest of the decade while you can. See ya.